Hey there, how you doing? This is a late night lard making session. It's late night because the pigs were picked up today, and deliveries follow that. Well, the courier comes to collect, and then there's local deliveries to the clucking pig for Scotch eggs and so on. So after the animals have been fed and I've been fed, this is a good time to settle down and get this right. So, leaf fat comes from the kidney area of the pig. This is one part of that fat, pearly white stuff, and the butcher has removed that, bagged it up for me. All I'm doing now is slicing it and eventually getting it down to the smallest cube that I can, and then putting it into a pan and leaving it for 5-6 hours on the lowest setting on the stove. And I mean, it wouldn't matter if it went to the 7th hour. You end up with a clear liquid with some tiny pork scratchings floating around in it, and then that liquid needs to be strained. Once you've strained it, leave it to cool, and then it can go straight into the pots that it will be sold in. And so far, I've given away some test pots, and the job is to sell this lard in pots that are probably 200 grams, something like that, maybe 250. And this process is just another way of making use of all the pig. This is proper nose to tail farming, where in the fridge here there are more packs to go to people locally, and there's kidney in there, there's liver in there. We have customers request the lungs, the trotters there, the liver's there. Again, they said the liver, but the trotters and the ears, I meant, they're there. My dog might get, or my dogs might get an ear each, but the idea is to try and use as much as we possibly can. Nothing really should go to waste. So at the slicing stage, that's a smaller piece, but there you go, and cubing it down, and the smaller it is, the more lard you get. You experiment with these kind of things, I guess, and work it out, and it's just a fact of putting X amount of weight of leaf fat in. You cube it, the smaller you cube it, the more liquid you get that will cool and become lard. And so I started with about 5.5 kilos of the raw lard straight from the butcher, and now the job is to look at what the output is of that. And we're doing it with a healthy soundtrack, and hopefully you can hear me over the top of Ellie here. And if you know what the tune is, come and tell me. One of my favourite bands, Mercury Prize winning. Come and let me know. Okay, I'm going to press on, try to go to bed at a reasonable hour. See you now.